Good evening and welcome to the OTR podcast in its entirety, finally, again. Before we get started, make sure you like our stuff, because that's what gets us nothing, but we know you're there at least. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, because that's fun. You already know who today's guest is, but what you might not know is, yes, obviously Britt's here again, whatever.
Hi.
She's here, great. But guest two, I meant to say chair two. Chair two is the one and only Trevor Stevens, back at it. How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Not too bad. I was just sitting here, reflecting on your intro there, and I mean, it sounded just
Rusty.
smooth as
That was
could
rusty,
be, man.
dusty.
I mean,
We're
that was
working
like
on
80
it.
grit sandpaper.
We're gonna flow back in. That's what we're gonna do.
Something else.
Your camera's dark. Look at you up there.
I don't see me. There it is.
Yeah, we'll work on you.
Nah, it's just dynamic right there. We don't need them to,
Well,
freak
yeah.
out too much by seeing me, so we've got to darken it up a little bit.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Well, let's introduce our guests, plural. And make sure you hold those mics up, because we're budget around here. We can't afford mic stands. We have Hannah and Haley Bundy. Last year we got an applause.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah. We need Mark. We need Mark back there to clap for him.
Yeah.
Well, how are you?
Pretty good. Just busy, but
Yeah. You know what you're getting into here?
I don't know. This is my first time, so.
Good. How about you?
I don't think so.
Well, you didn't do your homework, but that's okay. This is not a music podcast. I know probably a lot of the people coming to watch this,
Especially
are
this season.
Bundy fans, right? They're like, what
I
do you
thought you were
do? You have
gonna
a
say
name for
music
your
podcast.
fans yet?
No, a couple people said my Glow Girls, because of my new song.
Glow Girls.
Glow.
Interesting. But
But-
what if they're guys?
I don't know. That's on them.
Glies.
So I haven't really. I don't know.
Well, we'll have to think about that.
You
Think of
guys will
some.
have to think about that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't think. I act like that was planned. It wasn't. I don't have any ideas. So we'll think of some. But so Haley does music. Hannah does a little bit of photography, a little bit of modeling. Is that the correct?
I guess so. Instagram pictures.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy more, the photo or being?
I
You
like
like being in front or behind the camera?
I like doing both, but I love taking pictures of other people too. I like taking pictures of Haley, my friends, and just that type of thing.
Yeah. So photo, good. How about you? What do you enjoy more?
I like music. I don't know.
okay.
I mean, I like pictures too, but I'm
Do you?
more of. I do, kind of.
Yeah, I make her take pictures.
She does. She does. But
I take her pictures.
There you go. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can take some. Trevor actually needs some for the
I was
podcast.
going to say, I was like, what?
We're going to get pictures of us
Oh, okay. I thought she was getting ready to sign me up for modeling. I was like, all right,
Well, I
man.
mean, we can test run it as we can do an in the field.
I know I made jokes at the start of this, but I've got a face for radio. You know what I mean?
Well, fair enough. But actually, before we dive too far into the music scene, I do want to talk. Me and Trevor got to connect a little bit earlier today. I took him out to CrossFit Sanative over towards New Concord. How was that?
For not really doing anything CrossFit related or, cardio wise for better part of a year, if not more, it was extremely hard, but it was a lot of fun still. CrossFit's always been fun. It's just never been my immediate first thing to go to.
It's cardio heavy.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks. It does.
And every day is a leg day. I don't care what they try to tell you it is. They could say we're just doing, overhead press and shit. They're going to find something to where your legs are just burning by the end of it.
Yeah, you didn't like that bike.
No, that bike pissed me off. I hate that bike. I hate it so much. He said he was at 400 something RPMs at the start of it. And I was like, I just wanted off that fucking thing.
I know. I was
so
like,
bad.
you beat me the first round. I was like, uh-oh. I was like,
Oh, I tried to pace too. I was like, don't get too hard. Don't get too hard. And then I started watching how many reps you're doing. I was like, fuck him. I was like, he ain't going to out-rep me on everything. All right.
Yeah, no, that's fun. Are you coming back?
I think so.
You get a week? Free week?
Yeah, so I'll probably come back another day.
It's
for
our
sure.
plug. That's our sponsor this episode is CrossFit Sanative.
I gotta get back over to True North at some point in time.
Where is that? Is that in New Concord?
No, that's in Zanesville.
Oh, well, that's even bigger.
Yeah, if you head over to North Point Drive or North Point Road.
Is that the
something
one
like
that's real fancy on the inside? What's the
Sure.
real fancy gym?
Planet Fitness? I don't know.
No, that's the not real fancy gym. I don't know. There's the
True
one up
North.
towards like Maysville. Like,
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
saw it the other
yeah.
day. I
What
know
is
you're
that?
talking about. I don't know. I didn't go in.
I don't know.
just saw
True
it.
North is nice as shit on the inside.
okay. Is it like is it a black exterior?
Yes.
Okay, and maybe it's South Town. See,
Oh,
look.
you're thinking of South
There we
Town.
go.
My bad. I was
There
gonna
we
say,
go.
I have no
and
idea.
look, Hannah was like, I'm not gonna do nothing this podcast. She's over here naming gyms.
I was trying to think where Maysville was. I was like, I can't think
Really?
where Maysville is.
It's like the other part of Zanesville.
Yeah, that's my bad. It's on the other end of 40. I keep forgetting where it's at.
All right,
No,
we're boring the
different gym.
the
Sorry.
under.
What's that?
What?
Time out. I think her mic got unplugged.
All right. Well, that was our cue to stop talking about the gym. I think.
I was gonna say, I was like, did we start over or what?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we did not. But what are you guys talking about? Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber's Eras tour.
Well,
He's not having, but we want him. to have.
Didn't Taylor Swift do that?
Yeah, like Taylor Swift did it, but like he needs to do one too now.
What are his eras?
like?
He's
his
still
albums.
like not 30, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
his
like-
albums.
Like all of his
Younger.
albums, like the Purpose album. I don't know the other ones, but like
the very first one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was
First
the
one,
best.
yes.
yeah.
The very. It seems like it. It seems really
If that's
important.
the only one you can name, that was the best one.
No, they can't even name it. It was just the first one.
Oh, I thought that
Or
was
were
the
you
one they
saying
naming.
Purpose for whatever?
Purpose.
Was that
Like his new-
first?
isn't that his like newer one though?
I
The
think-
Purpose one.
I
Isn't
think-
that like
I
in the
don't
last 2
know.
years? I don't
I'm
know.
not sure, but he needs to
Man, that very first one.
Yeah, dude.
Pops off.
That got me right there. That song with Ludacris. I loved that
There
song.
was a song with Ludacris.
Yeah,
what was
Baby?
that?
Baby.
Duh.
Yeah,
I do
He
know
had-
that
he had
one.
a whole
I
verse
know
in
that
it.
one.
Yep.
I
It
was
was a good
listening to
one.
some Justin Bieber, like the new stuff at the ice rinks, because I have to appeal to
Children.
not. I was going to say children, but yeah, they love Justin Bieber.
You could play Taylor Swift.
Well, she was in there. It was a mix.
Yeah.
It was a mix. There was a little bit of the oldies, a little bit of the newies, but
Taylor Swift needs a Christmas.
how
album.
about Kelsey?
I agree.
Oh
Like
my gosh.
she definitely
yeah.
needs
A Christmas album?
Yes.
That would be cool.
That would be like. Oh,
What would she like sing about?
she
like,
could sing anything.
Literally,
Yeah,
People would
and
listen
she's
to
like
that.
sound good. Yeah.
All I want
Taylor
for
Swift, like-
Christmas is Travis.
His first album was My World.
Thanks,
It was
Trev.
2009.
Oh, damn.
And
He
then My
is-
World's Acoustic was 2010.
How old
My
is
World
he?
2.0 is 2010.
Isn't he like 32?
I have no idea.
Isn't it-
Well, no, like when he put that out, he would have been like 15 probably.
He's probably
He was like 12 or
probably like
13 in
Mhm.
that first one, I remember. Under the
Yeah.
Mistletoe was after that.
Hmm. When
Never
did-
Say Never.
When did you start singing? Like when was your first like
gig or like when I
like
started.
when you
singing?
like were like, this is what I want to do?
Honestly,
Does she need-
I,
yeah, there
like-
you go.
I figured out like I wanted to be a musician when I was like maybe 15, but I knew that I wanted to do it my whole life. But I started taking it seriously when I like started my first band, and yeah.
How old were you when you started your first band?
Um,
Was it around that 15 age or?
Did it have a
I think I was,
name?
like, yes, it did have a name. I was in like a boy band. It was called
Oh.
Flushed.
Flush?
Flushed.
Like the
Like-
toilet.
Kind of like the toilet, yeah. But that was my first band, and then I kind of just went solo after that, and then I was in another band called the Misfits.
Mm.
And it was kind of a range.
They were on this season of Big Brother too.
And now I'm just by myself with my guitar player and drummer. So yeah,
Hmm.
so much fun.
So what do you call, like, is it Haley Bundy?
It's just Haley Bundy. Yep.
No co.
Nope.
You do.
You
I
do.
think. I think you get it. These I don't know.
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Me and
Good.
Trevor were like, huh?
They're like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I'm not following it, but hey, you know what? I'm just here for a party.
Well, we don't party anymore.
Speak for yourself, bud. I get drunk
don't
all the time
really?
at the house.
Well, is that a party?
Yeah. Yep. Just sitting there on the couch.
Do you have dogs now?
No. You still
Okay.
can't have dogs at that apartment.
I didn't. I feel like I thought you had a dog.
I wish I could.
Do you have a dog?
I'm a cat person. Trevor, I drove through your old stomping grounds on Sunday. Cumberland.
Oh.
I was like, this is what he said.
I was
that
gonna
he
say, I was
said.
like, what? Why did you go through Cumberland?
I was going to Maysville. I had to work this weekend, and I was like, oh my God, this is where Trevor used to live.
And you chose to drove through like.
I didn't. I let him drive.
Oh.
And that's the way he took us.
Okay, he
This
took you on like
bastard.
146, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was playing
Yeah.
country roads the whole time.
No, probably.
Just hyped.
He had to use whatever downloaded music he had because you don't get shit service anywhere on 146 till like right at the very edge of Zanesville as you're coming up at one hill by where the vocational schools are.
Mm-hmm.
Right there and by that church that's down the road from it. You'll get service going there. I used to take that way to college all the time.
Pro tip for all you Cumberland drivers.
Just,
all
get,
them
just get out of there.
Or just go up 83 and then take the interstate the rest of the way and boom, you're
And
set.
see, that's what I told them. I said, we're like just like young dads. We're talking
You
about
did say
what
that before we
roads.
came in.
We're like, do 86 to 43. I don't know those. I do know like
I'll tell you, when I go up to
40.
Erica's parents, I need directions there. Need them. Because everything
does
is...
your internet go out?
Huh?
Or like
Oh, there's like spotty service going up through there, but it's flat fields.
is that Bowling Green area?
No. It's outside of Columbus, but like it's
Plain
starting
City?
to get... Yeah, it's kind of closer to
I mean, it
Plain
would
City,
make
I
sense.
think.
There's a bunch of fields
No, Plain City's past Columbus. This is north of Columbus.
north of Columbus.
Yeah.
There's a band.
North of Nashville.
Yeah, there you go.
I actually saw them play one night.
Really?
They were at Henmick's.
Is that the
brewery.
one Brooke was at?
Yes, because she was working the desk, and I was sitting, or not the desk,
Yeah.
but like the merchandise, and I was like,
What
"This
are
is
you
odd,"
doing?
But I was like, "I know that person," and her dad was like, "Who?" And I was like, "That girl right there." And so I was like, "Hey," and I hollered at her, and she just looked over at me, and I saw her face just kind of light up a little bit. She was like, "What are you doing here?"
That's fun. Yeah, she. I've seen her like reshare a bunch of their stuff. I'm like, she's
Mhm.
probably hanging out with them.
Yep.
But these two are going to Nashville.
We are.
Yep.
We're so excited.
Yeah.
What are you
So
gonna do
excited.
there?
I'm probably gonna do music, and Hannah's probably gonna get into like.
I don't know
No,
what
you're
I'm
gonna.
do.
You're not probably. You're
Oh,
gonna.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
There you go.
for sure.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still kind of like debating about what I want to do. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Whatever happens, happens, and something comes my way, I guess I'll just.
Well, and there's so much to do down there.
Yeah,
It's
there
like,
is, and there's so many different types of people, and then here, like, there's no really diversity. So,
right.
but
It's all just
there's like so many different
bunch of
types
hicks.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's like what I've learned. We talked about that on the last podcast a lot. So if you're listening, sorry, but or if you listen to the last one, but we did talk about that where it's like Cambridge is like almost like a retirement town. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
you know, it's like, especially if you're trying to do something creative,
Yeah.
you know, it's time to like probably
I feel
go
like
somewhere.
it's good to start out here, but
Yeah.
then once you grow, I feel like you need to expand and like go to where your heart tells you to go. Just because,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
that's
Is that,
my theory. Just because.
was Nashville like the one you're just like, yes? Or were there
Definitely, yeah.
any others where you were like, maybe, you know?
You mean like city wise?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably Nashville, just because Nashville is where the music's at, and
Right.
the connections down there are just so much better than like anywhere else.
For music.
So
yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely Nashville is where I wanna.
And Ryan has a pool. I mean,
Exactly.
that's-
Ryan has a pool. Yeah. Shout out to Ryan if you're watching this.
I'm going to sneak him into every podcast we do now. He was in the last one. And then one of these days he'll message me like, oh, I was listening. I don't know when that day's going to be. But yeah, he'll randomly message me. He'll be like, how you doing? I'm like, good. He's like, what's up with like, you know, what, he doesn't say it like that, definitely. But what's up with like, man? And I'm like, oh, I'd send him like this paragraph. I'm like, how about you?
Leave you on red.
Then
Where's
like
the answer?
2 months later, oh man, it's phew. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'd send it 2 minutes later.
That's how
But-
I feel with you. You not want to talk.
Well, not now. I'm better now. I'm healed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting there slowly. It's a process.
So I remember before, like, you know, last year, maybe a little bit before, text Caleb, it might be 3 calendar days before that son bitch gets back to you. Like, it was every single time you tried to get a hold of him. I just called him. I was tired of it. I was like, he ain't going to answer a damn text.
No, I couldn't. I just had like so much. I was like, I can't do this. But
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just going to ask about the Nashville thing. Did like the amount of people that just travel through there, is that part of like what sold you on wanting to go there? Just so like you'd have a different crowd every day?
Yeah, totally. So like the people that come there to watch like the live music, like that's what they're there for. So it's better than, I mean, I love playing in Cambridge in my area, but it's just the same people, you know. So I just feel like it's going to be better when we go to Nashville. It'll be new faces and just like new people and in general, just kind of. You're
going down to play in like a week or two, aren't you?
I am. Next weekend I'll be in Nashville.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Like, where are you playing with, what's his name?
His name's Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark, that's what it is, yeah.
So we're doing a benefit. He's hosting a benefit. And I'm one of the performers along with like, I think it's Adam Calver and a couple of other Nashville people. We're playing at the Cambria Hotel.
Ooh, a fancy
downtown
hotel.
Nashville next
the
weekend.
Fancy
so I'm
one.
super excited about
Is
that.
Tana playing there?
Who is it?
Tana Mats? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't
I'll tell it later, but funny story. It's not OTR anymore, but funny story. Like, it doesn't have it. It's weird. I'm getting too deep into it. You're going to read into it and be like, it's not that. But, yeah, so like, I know what I was going to say. So when you were talking about how it feels different in Nashville, like especially with like the crowd that's there to watch music versus a DTA or I don't want to like diss on, but like they're there to drink. They're not. You're in Nashville to drink. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
you know what you're getting into. You're like, there's music. There's DTA. You're like, okay, I can pay $5 to go upstairs. I can go to the bar. Like, that's your choice. And when we were down there and you went up and played with Ryan Clark, wherever that was, I don't know what.
I think it was Famous. I forgot you were there.
Yeah,
I don't know why that just
I was
came back
there.
To me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But she went on stage, and I'm just like, that makes sense, versus like, I don't know. It's like when you're there and you're doing it, or you're like listening, it like your stage presence in a bar like that is completely different than when you're playing something local. Not only because the crowd doesn't. It's not even that the crowd doesn't know you. It's that the crowd, like, it really, because in anything, it's just weird like that.
I feel like they appreciate you more just because, you're a musician putting yourself out there, and here they just go to the bars, like you said, to drink, eat. Or
and if
like,
there is music, great. Yeah, it's like.
Right, it's just like, hey. like.
And that's the tough part I've struggled with Cambridge is it's hard because, yes, like, I feel like outside of this town or, whatever, I feel more valued as far as like, I'll go do weddings in Marietta. It's not even like go to like another city or state. It's like I go to Marietta and like people down there are like, this is the guy that does weddings. Like, that's me down there. Or like if I go to Zanesville, like, oh, Cambridge, they're like, oh yeah, Caleb. Like, they just know you. And it's not really their fault. It's more like the fact that they know you makes them subconsciously not feel like you're like that.
That's how I feel too, kind of like with what I'm doing. I just feel like I've outgrown in a way that like, like going to Nashville makes me want to live there. Like,
well, and it doesn't mean you can't come back to.
Oh no, yeah, I'd totally come back and perform and whatever, but I'm ready to move.
And that's even like with Cowboy Killer, he was here last night. With him, he was here still doing music and stuff, but when he moved away, that's when it made sense. That's when it started to pop off and be like something, right? And it's like,
where does he live now?
Nashville.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
He's down there now, and I'm gonna try and get you in that house.
Oh, the Berkey.
Yeah. I don't know. They have a show the 30th.
I know. I seen that.
But I don't know if they do like small stuff. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I'm going to try, and then if not, it's just such like a different community. And for him, when he went and played in Marietta, that's when people were like, oh, like, because it was packed. Like, you couldn't walk. And now, obviously, he's the opener. But when you see people doing stuff like that from here, you're like, oh, maybe they are doing something. But not until that point do you think that.
The way I'm looking at it is kind of like Cambridge is like how Cumberland was to me as a kid. Of if I wanted to go out and do anything, I had to leave Cumberland to go do stuff. Like, there was, no restaurants, like no movie theaters, no gyms or anything like that to go to. So you always had to leave Cumberland just to be able to do anything, like with your friends or whatever. That's the way it seems like Cambridge is kind of going, is like for anybody to, I don't want to say anybody to prosper, but like especially in entertainment or whatnot like that.
In any art field.
Yeah, they have to leave and go to at least, I wouldn't really say Columbus, but at least like a Columbus,
yeah,
or Nashville, especially for like music, just because you need that different people coming through every day. Cambridge is going to be that same, group of 4 guys that's going to come into DTA every night.
Yeah,
and I love DTA.
We're ragging on them.
Dude, I love their food. Trust me,
I love DTA.
them.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love being there. But you're going to have the same 4 guys that just got off work and wanted to go drink every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to hear Haley's there, and they're going to be like, oh, fuck, I just listened to her the other night.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Get somebody new. It's going to be stuff like that.
But then you get someone new and nobody comes. That's the other side of it, is like, it's a balance here in town.
So Nashville would be, or at least a bigger place. Like Nashville's huge.
Right.
But you're going to have a couple hundred new people every time, at least, just rolling through, or
and they're not
going the entire time.
They're not going to walk up and be like, oh, that's Haley from Cambridge.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
It's going to be like that. Oh, she's a singer. Yeah. Like that's little girls taking pictures.
Right. And there's so many more musicians in Nashville too, so
that's where they all are.
That's
yeah.
I need a band, like a full band. Like here I have a great guitar player and a great drummer, but with the full
where are you,
band,
Drew?
We love you, Drew and Art.
Should have been
they're
here.
not here tonight, but
Yeah, Drew.
yeah. Drew.
I'm upset I didn't get to see Drew.
I haven't seen. I saw him at something.
I haven't seen him in a while. I used to play games with him all the time. We used to play Apex Legends all the time.
He always talks about that. I feel.
Oh, Apex is awesome.
I feel like he always says something about that. That's funny. But, yeah.
So what's like, what are your goals as far as, not like outside of Nashville? Like, what are your goals music wise that you want to accomplish? Like, do you want to get an album dropped soon?
I would like to get an album dropped soon. I want to, first and foremost, I kind of want to get with writers, just so I can like put my thoughts together, because it's really hard to like I said, live in Cambridge and like have no other musician to help me kind of like
bounce ideas off of.
and like, it's really hard. Like I have my dad, I have my guitar player and drummer, but I feel like once I have like all the people that I need like to surround me, it'll be so much easier just to like kind of build that connection with like everybody rather than just a few people.
Yeah, and I know we've been dishing on Cambridge pretty hard.
Love Cambridge.
But and it's not that like you can't be successful in Cambridge.
No.
It's just there is a limit to it. Like there is like a cap where it's like, okay,
Exactly.
I've done it, or like this I've seen these 400 people before.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
like that's what it is.
Right, not to sound like rude or anything, but
Yeah.
I feel like Cambridge is more of a town like you're a nurse, 9 to 5, that's great. But like if you're artsy, if you're like you said, Caleb.
Yeah, if you're looking to paint,
Draw,
photo you can get away with if you want to do families your whole life. I don't. I'm
Right,
sorry. Like photo, video, music, painting, anything that's like that.
Arts, yeah.
You want to. You're limited. I mean, you can make money. I mean, look, we've got a studio, but if your goal is to do other things, you got to do. You got to get out there.
And I feel like in Nashville too, like 65% of people, like they have dreams, so they're more like helpful and like you can go to them and.
They're more. Yeah, that is tough. They're not more ambitious, because it really depends on what field you're getting into. Now, if someone comes to me and they want to get into oil and gas, this is the place to be.
Yeah.
I mean, at least coming up, it's coming back. So like, it really depends on your field too. Because if you're like, man, I want to go make it. No, that light's dead. That's all right. It's like, man, like that's where you want to be, is here. Or if you're trying to do that, or if you want to own a bunch of land, great. I mean, that's there's reasons to be here. But there is also a hard cap when you're trying to do other things. What are your goals?
Right now, it's just
Get married, I guess. You're probably in that
pretty much
bucket
just
right now.
get married, find a house, hopefully have some land with it.
You're right.
Keep on
right.
hunting.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it really.
We need to get you training people again. We need to get you.
I thought about it honestly not like too awful long ago, but then I thought, man, I'm so out of shape. I'm the worst person to be telling somebody like, dude, you need to do 5 more.
See,
you got to do just a couple more. Come on, man.
and they were like, what do you mean? No, that's, so I'm actually glad you brought that up, because I went and got my L1 for CrossFit,
Oh yeah.
but I was in like the worst shape CrossFit wise I've ever been in.
Yeah.
But it actually motivated me to like want to get back, like I kind of like lost what CrossFit was, and I was just like, okay, I'm here. And then I went to that, and like you like take it all back in, like, oh, this is the base form of this.
Got like
And
your appreciation for it back.
yeah, and it makes you think about it. Like I let one gym like set my tone for CrossFit, and I hate, like, I was like, it sucks.
Yeah.
After a while, I loved that gym for a while, but it brought it back, and I was like, man, like, this is still really fun, and I've been getting back into it, which is pretty cool. But I'm glad that's like, it's like, I feel like if you get into it, it'll push you to get back into it too.
I've been slowly trying to get myself to come back to like at least lifting all the time, because I mean,
It's easier when you're just running around single drinking all the time.
well, yeah, and when you don't have like a crazy work schedule like for
yeah.
all year up until now. I was leaving the house at around 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, meeting up. I'd drive 2 hours to where we were going to work at, and then I'd work from 7:30 until whenever we got done. So that was 9:30 sometimes at night, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then it's still, you got to make a 2-hour drive back. And then you got time to shower, eat, and just go right to bed.
Well, Britt was looking for a job, so I think
You don't want that one, I'll tell you that.
No, thanks.
Yeah, that one sucked. And then, I mean, you're hand digging all day long. You're picking up shit you don't want to pick up. I mean, like, you're just drained by the time you get home. And the only thing you want to do is just eat, shower, shit, go to sleep.
And do it all again the next day.
Oh, you don't even want to do that, but yeah.
but you do.
You get that paycheck, you're like, all right, I'll keep fucking doing it, I guess.
I love hard pivots. Those are my favorite.
I did have one thing I wanted to add about the Nashville thing that's been on my head. Another good thing I thought about with, like, you going down to Nashville and you saying, like, having all the people around you to help you with, like, writing and whatnot. It almost feels like just once you stay in a certain area, like Cambridge is smaller, compared to, like, a Nashville, you're going to have a crazy culmination of people that are coming around you, too. So it's not like a giant, I don't like the term, but echo chamber of you're just hearing the same shit all the time. Everybody likes the same kind of music,
Exactly.
Same premise of whatever you're trying to tell with, like, the story of the song. With being around all kinds of different people, meeting new artists and whatnot, you at least have a better chance at, getting new ideas and whatnot, so you're not just throwing out the same shit every time.
Totally, because everybody's so different. Like, there's country artists, there's pop artists, like,
There's country rap.
it's so different. Like,
Trap
Nashville's just,
Yeah.
everything in one. It's like the new LA, like they always say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's perfect.
So what kind of, if you put out an album and you were going to make one right now, I know you're not, what
No.
what
Just kidding.
genre are you going into?
Probably country, just because country is the easiest to get into.
Yeah.
Country pop, kind of like Maren Morris type.
Casey Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves, Maren
Yeah.
Morris. They're my
Yeah.
favorite singers. So.
Get on with Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's
like
a
that
little
old
more.
He's pretty
Oliver
good.
Anthony.
Haley does a song with Oliver Anthony. It's like, that'd be funny.
I would love to see it.
Because he's
I
so
don't
like
even know who
mountain
he
country.
is.
Like
You don't wait. You
feel
say
like
you
I
don't.
he's
know
the
who
guy
it
that
is?
sung
Did he sing
Richmond
that one
North.
song? Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know who you're
He did
talking
sing
about.
that one song.
That one song.
The one. Yeah.
Just like Justin Bieber's one album, that
Yeah.
first one.
Justin Bieber.
That
Yeah.
first one. I love that first one. That first one was the best.
First one.
But yeah, so that's do you want to do more than one? Like, what do you like? I mean, obviously, country pop is more than one, but
Yes, because I feel like I can sing all like genres. Like, I like to sing all genres. So like
don't tell me
Putting-
that.
putting
We're
music
gonna put you to the test one of these days.
putting music out there to like be like one specific like genre.
And
feel
then
like
didn't
would
your
be
dad
hard.
raise you on like rock?
Yeah, he's
I
like
do
a rock
remember
Motley
fanatic.
Crue.
Yeah.
Motley Crue.
See,
yeah.
and that's
a good one.
That's-
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Yes, for sure.
There's a few you can pick from to where you get judged or you get praised, and Motley Crue is definitely one of the ones you get praised off of. That is a great group right there.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Who do you like?
Oh,
Like Motley Crue?
oh, I like Motley Crue. I don't listen
I like
to
the
them a
song
crazy
Motley
ton.
Crue by Post Malone.
I didn't even know.
Is
he
that a
had
song?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah, it is.
What is it? What's his name?
Or that might be someone else.
Post Malone. Isn't he country now? Post
He's
Malone?
doing country songs now. Yes, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
CMA.
I think he
Yeah,
said
he
he was
was on
making
the
a country
CMA
album.
Wait, what?
He honestly like fits the vibe.
It
though.
is. It's really
yes,
cool. I really
he
liked
sounds
it.
awesome.
I liked it.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
I
Pickup
watched-
Man.
Oh, dude, yeah, I love that song so much, especially when he was singing it. But I like the Brad Paisley songs he's been covering too. He's been doing just awesome stuff. I love it. But I like Post Malone completely. Everything I see, just like how nice and thoughtful he is to people, like his followers and whatnot. It makes me love that artist so much more too. Like I love seeing everything he does.
Well, he just enjoys it.
That's what I mean. Like he's like
Yeah.
a kid that doesn't really know that he's famous yet.
Right. And
It's
it's
humble.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favorite artist?
Taylor Swift.
Okay. All
Taylor
right.
Swift or Lana Del Rey. Those are my two favorite.
Okay.
Those are my
All right.
go-tos.
Yeah,
And Casey Musgraves.
I guess we glossed over the Taylor and Travis stuff.
Yeah.
What?
What?
What about it?
Oh, I thought you were like, what is it?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna drop like some new tea on me or something.
No,
Be like, oh,
but
did
just
they break
like
up?
we haven't.
She's
done-
writing a new single.
I
about
guess we
him
could
or
talk about
something.
like anything that's happened in the past year and a half and probably be fine
Yeah.
because we haven't talked. But like that's pretty cool. I think that's so like interesting, as far as like think how hard that is to do for both of them. Like,
Oh yeah.
because
See-
for her it's like, oh, they're like not like to make it official-ish. Is it official? I think it is. I mean, obviously it's like,
definitely official. Yeah.
but like that's what's crazy. It's like
Yeah.
a lot of people don't do that. Like there's artists out there that have relationships. Taylor Swift's hard to be bigger than, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake or whoever. But unless they were married before or in a relationship before, it's like getting into a new one, especially with another famous person's like.
Well,
would be
because
so
you also
cool.
have all your shit just out there. Like, there's no hiding it of like, oh, we went on a date, didn't really work out.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. It is plastered on fucking everything the next day.
Well, that's like what I would be curious to see is like how long they've been talking.
I heard that they were
Before,
like
yeah.
dating like for a year before they made it official.
Right.
So,
And think how hard, like that's hard.
Yeah.
Like, because nobody
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then she was doing the tour or
Mhm.
whatever. So it's like,
Yeah.
is she done?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh, see, Britt knows.
No, I knew.
I follow along.
So you've been like, I guess I started getting into Big Brother and Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh my God, don't talk to me about that Bachelor shit.
I
I
this
got to
season was
listen
rough.
to it. Like, it seems like all year long. I thought it was only
Does Erica
one.
watch? Does she partake?
Yeah, we watched Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelors in Paradise. Watch all that shit.
Did you watch The Golden Bachelor?
No, she didn't watch that one.
I
She
didn't
watch that
either.
one. I remember I'd come home from work, and this is when I was working in Columbus, so I was getting home earlier at least. So I was getting home at like, I don't know, 6 or 7 maybe. So I'd be up for a couple hours before I went to bed. But when that Bachelorette was on, and it was them two girls,
Rachel and
Rachel and whatever the other one is. I don't know. She
the one
creeped
that
me out.
almost married Blake.
The dark-haired one. I
I
can't
don't
remember her
know.
name.
Yeah.
She's gonna be upset when she listens to this and she hears that I couldn't remember what their names were.
Oh, Erica or the
Erica.
girl? That'd be
Erica
cool.
will.
She was like, oh, that guy.
But we watched every episode of it, and I just wanted to beat my head off the wall. I hated that show so
You
much.
don't get into reality TV?
No.
I usually don't. I didn't mind The Bachelor. I don't know. It's because my girlfriend watches it.
Are you
But-
guys into reality TV?
I like Love Island.
Ooh,
That's
a good one.
She watched that one too.
I
Too
love
Hot to
Island
Handle, I
or-
think was
Yeah,
the
I
other
like,
one.
really like
That's
Too
my
Hot to
favorite.
Handle.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Do you watch The Circle?
No.
Oh.
I don't think I've heard
Oh,
about
I did watch that one. Parts of it. Yeah,
That's
I watched parts of that
entertaining.
one.
You need to watch it because there's some like Too Hot to Handle and Love Island
it.
people
Is it on
in it.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Netflix. Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I'll have to watch
They
it.
like have to catfish each other. And
Yeah.
Oh.
It was kind of funny, honestly. It really was. I shouldn't say I hate reality shows. There's some that I like, but they're not really reality shows. They're like the game shows or whatever you want to call them.
Oh yeah, those
Like
are
the
fun.
Master Chef and
Yeah.
shit like that. I love those.
Netflix has some really good ones.
Yes, they do.
Like, I think they actually popped off on that.
We watched, I think it was Alone. I think it was what it was called, where they had like, it was like 4 teams or 5 teams of like 4 or 5, something like that were all trying to survive up in like Alaska. And they had to get the other people to quit. And it was the last team that survived or last 2 teams that make it to like a certain point. That's who wins and gets like whatever money or whatever it was. And her and I watched the entire thing in like a day.
That actually sounds like a really good one.
Oh, it was. It was so much fun. I mean, they were just surviving out there, so they give them like wee little shit every once in a while. They got to like build their own, like camp and whatnot, start a fire,
Wait,
catch
is it like
stuff.
Naked and Afraid?
like, that's
Have you
Kind of
heard
like
of that one?
yeah, it was kind of like Naked or Afraid,
Okay.
But
but they
in
had
Alaska.
But
Oh.
minus the naked part.
Okay.
yeah, minus the naked part. But they were probably afraid. I mean,
I mean, I would be.
I would be so afraid.
I'd,
All right.
I'd want to try it at least once. I really
To
would.
what? Be naked?
No, I've done that. I just
Or
mean,
afraid? There you go.
The surviving part. I would like to at least try it.
Yeah, I
to see if I could do it or not. I don't think I could, honestly. I definitely think I could do at least a little bit of it, but then I'd start forgetting other shit and talking myself into stuff that's wrong. I'd be like, oh, that's definitely one of those wild berries I can eat. And then I'd eat it, and I'd end up like that guy in Cold Mountain.
I didn't.
You never read that book?
I don't read books.
Oh, dude, that was
I'm not
It's a great book.
My girlfriend loves books.
it was based on a true story.
Oh, I can't get into it. I had to buy books this year for Christmas. I'm like, alrighty.
Like
I love-
paperback books or like you
Like-
buying like the Amazon
I'm
cards?
like, no, I bought them.
Oh, okay.
I'm just hoping they're the right ones.
Gotcha.
If you get
know
the
what kind
hard
of book she's
covers,
in?
hard
Yeah,
covers,
I know what kind of book she's into.
fantasy.
into?
Well, yeah, you probably follow her.
So yeah, just look at her Instagram. She posts like what she likes. Just follow
Well,
that.
I know. I'm not oblivious. Like,
Good for you. I mean, in the respectfully.
good for you. No, but I do want to do a quick. Hold on. Ad read. I'm just kidding. Well, I did have
Go
something.
ahead.
Hold on. Go. Where'd my stuff go?
Okay, what he's talking
We're
about.
out.
Yeah.
We are off the rails, but not in a good
Do you
way.
guys think that you could survive like on one of those shows that he was talking about? Like, do you think you could do it?
No.
Well,
I
I
don't.
think I could.
well,
Just because, like, I feel like I
On
need
Naked
to
and
take a shower
Afraid,
every
or-
day. Like,
On
I just
any-
Just
can't.
any.
On any.
Just,
Oh.
Just
I'll make it
afraid.
easier on you. I'll say you have a team, kind of like what they did. So you have more than likely you have at least one person that knows like how to hunt or trap, something like that, to where you can have food.
All right, you
somewhat
put the
sustainably.
Bundys in the woods,
Yeah,
Mark.
trust me, I don't know them very well at all, but I
but
feel like they
with
could do it.
with parents. Mark and Sarah, are you surviving?
No.
No, probably not.
Man, just threw the parents under the bus too right away. Just
What's
no.
the reward?
Uh,
Oh, no.
It's
There's
just
somebody
there's
at the door.
apartments.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll say $10 million. All right, so
Oh.
big payout.
Definitely.
But you got to survive. We'll say 60 days. You got to do 2 months out there. You have no phones.
It's like you could die though, so you never. You, like,
Well,
never
I mean-
know.
at any time you can bow out, but you don't get any money if you bow out.
Yeah, but what happens if you do? Like, you're on the verge of death out there, and you don't want to leave.
Then you die.
Well,
I guess
then it's the same as any other of those shows. Then you just lose.
you either pass
That's
out.
the thing, because
and,
you
like,
didn't survive well enough to stay out there. That's the thing.
They just
like-
give your dead body $10 million.
Yeah, you're like,
Here you go.
but if you're not surviving, then do you still get to, even though you wanted to do it?
Yeah, I think you should at least get something for almost
Yeah.
dying out there.
No, this
Like,
is this is
that's
all
what
or
I
nothing.
think too.
You get the money or not.
I would not sign up for that.
I don't think I
personally.
would
I mean,
even.
I'm pretty content.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. $10 million does sound really nice, but like,
Yeah.
if I die, like,
Well, yeah, then
the
you
end of
can't use it.
Like, yeah. So.
What's like
Which I
the?
probably would. So I don't think I would.
I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd do it for me. I'd do it for 100K.
How much would you need to like kill someone?
What?
I don't know. I don't know if there's an amount high enough.
Oh my gosh.
Well, in today's day and age, I would
Money's
say you-
almost worthless anyway.
that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna
I feel like
say
it's more about who you are.
I feel like it's almost
Like,
impossible to get away
Who
with.
you
too.
are to kill, like
To kill.
depends on who it is, I guess.
What way I gotta do it?
I mean, like it depends on like if you're famous. Like I feel like if you kill someone, you can get away with it. Kind of like that one case.
Like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Is that what you were not talking about that?
I was thinking of Caitlyn Jenner.
Who?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, OJ? Like
No.
OJ Simpson.
No,
Yeah.
That's who you're thinking
like,
of.
That's
Yeah.
that's not who I was thinking of. I was
Which
thinking
I
of
don't know
Caitlyn
much
Jenner.
about
Caitlyn Jenner
it,
killed
but-
somebody
Really?
Before it was Caitlyn
in like
Jenner,
a car
it was
accident.
Bruce Jenner.
In a
Yeah,
car- yeah.
it was vehicular
Yeah.
homicide, and then kind of got swept under the rug as transition into Caitlyn.
That
And-
happens a lot.
Yeah, they just stopped bringing it up.
A lot of celebrities just get away with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's what I.
They do that a lot. Like
Mhm.
we can't. I mean, you can't act like we're so big they're gonna come and hurt us. They're not.
Yeah, we're not gonna wake up to
They're like,
talking about this.
But I found my thing I was looking for, and it's a rapid fire this or that round.
Have you ever heard of girl math?
Yes.
Yeah. I've
Oh
heard
yeah.
Like if you pay with money, like actual cash, like it's free.
It's free.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
it's
heard that
pretty much
stupid
free,
shit
like,
Because
too.
it
you
doesn't
pay
come out of
for
your
it.
account.
Yeah.
Or oh my god, I had this gift card that was still on there that had $2. So it was basically like I paid nothing for this.
Yeah. Or like if you return something, like let's just say you get a shirt and it doesn't fit, but if you take it back, like that's free money.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do
Even
you
though I
mean?
used my card for
Like,
this
if you take
3
a
days
shirt
ago.
back from the store,
And they give you
And they
store
give you-
credit.
No,
they
they-
give you store credit or cash or
Yeah.
money back.
Well, yeah,
whatever.
it's free money.
It's
yeah.
free money.
I was gonna say it's whatever you buy with the store credit's free.
No, like if you return an item though.
Right. If you
Yeah.
return it, you get store credit. Let's say you get
He
$60.
doesn't understand.
No,
girl
he
math.
doesn't
He's not a
know.
girl.
I'm
Yeah.
literally girl mathing right now.
No, you're boy mathing. over
No,
there.
because if
You're
you if you
Bitcoin
buy
over
if you
there.
buy a shirt, right, you go to Kohl's. You buy a shirt. Kohl's. Oh, this old man is. Sorry, Marshalls or whatever. I don't know wherever the kids are these days.
Just say Aerie. All right.
Aerie's old.
Oh.
Aerie's ancient.
Aerie,
Aerie?
like American Eagle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How's that old?
ancient.
Aries are rich
trendy
people.
right now.
Is it
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say, I was
vintage trendy?
Not vintage, but like
Girl like.
Is that the one where you could like get your ears pierced at?
No, that's
No.
Claire's.
Oh, that's what.
Okay, you're okay. Girl mathing off the table.
But no, what I'm saying is, as if I was girl mathing, right? I go to the store, I spend $60 on a hoodie or something.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't fit. I take it back,
Yeah.
and I get in-store credit. I get $60. That's $60 I can spend, and I didn't lose any money.
Yeah, but does anybody actually get store credit? Like,
It doesn't matter. I mean, okay, you get cash.
yeah,
that's
then you just
free cash.
$60.
Yeah, like
That's
even
free
there,
in-store
like, you never
credit.
had it.
I think they still count like the in-store credit is like when they give you the gift card back because they don't really want to give you money back. They'd rather
Right.
you spend that money there still.
Bro, I
'Cause they don't
saw
want to like lose out on it.
like Lil something, one of the rappers. I don't know which one. I saw a TikTok, and he was at like some diamond store or something, and he was like, he was supposed to buy like some chain or something for $25,000, and the guy that was like selling it to him was like, "Oh, oops, I accidentally hit one more zero. I put 250,000," and he's like rich, and he's like, "Oh, that's okay, man. It's cool." He's like, "Your card went through, but I'll give you in-store credit." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like he was all fine with it.
I'd be choking
And-
a motherfucker. I would be.
But that dude like knew what he was doing. He's like, "Oh no, I hit another zero."
You know, you asked me how much it would take for me to kill somebody right there.
Yeah, but our cards wouldn't go through.
Oh, no, mine would say, "The fuck you trying to do?"
I don't know. What's some other girl math?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Yeah, you
I think I
asked.
have
You
a
put
good
us on
one.
the spot too quick.
Yeah.
You should know.
Well, go to
Okay.
another question then while they're
We'll
thinking
think
of
on the
another
girl
one.
math.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. Who are we at? Oh, cookies or chips?
Cookies.
Soda or juice?
Juice.
These are the worst.
Man, we're killing it right now.
This is
I-
We're
riveting.
getting down to the real.
This is
answers here.
riveting.
I want you to take a timestamp of this and find out when everybody quits watching the video. It's going to be right around now.
You mean they don't want to know if Haley likes soda or
I
juice?
don't really think they, they might. Okay.
Oh, I just love juice. It's just my favorite. Far. I can't do this anymore.
Oh my god.
These suck.
me see
These.
it. Let me see.
Are there like different questions like that you can like look up? Or is that
I mean, yeah, I
You
could.
could do like a trivia or something.
Oh yeah.
Trivia.
That'd be fun.
We should do a trivia show
Yeah, we should.
where we bring on podcast guests and they compete for nothing because I'm not paying them
We should
anything.
give them like a free
Free something.
shirt.
Yeah, dude, these.
Okay, that's
these,
too much. I guess like
These
a
are
free- a
literally
free
all like
bracelet.
food.
Bracelet.
Food.
That's basically all.
I
it is.
know. No girl math, huh? Nothing.
I think I have one.
Oh,
Okay. So let's just say you're at your favorite store and you really want to buy something in this store, but you don't buy anything. Let's just say your budget was like $55 and you don't spend anything in that store, which is your favorite store, but you go to another store and you want to buy something, you pretty much didn't spend any money.
Girl math.
That's dumb. That's dumb. That's just no.
That is girl math.
you wanna like dog math, right? Like if you break a treat in half,
Oh, they got 2 treats now. Dude, that's a million treats.
it's not what they think.
Oh, what do they think?
They're like, why the fuck? That's 1 treat. That's not 2.
That's not dog math. My dog is just as happy as if I snap off a piece of that bone and I give it to him.
See, I knew he had a dog.
Yeah, I thought you just said you didn't have a dog.
My parents' dog. Sorry,
Yeah.
parents' dog. I don't have a dog at our place.
But I try. How about you guys? I'm just. They're like, I don't know. So you've got what, like 3-4 months of school left?
I actually graduate next month.
Oh,
I took classes to graduate early so we can move to Nashville in February.
and
so-
that's when you're moving, is February.
Yes, February.
And then what's like step 1?
Step 1 is moving, getting there, settling, and then step 2 would be like meeting people, getting a band together, and performing shows.
Yeah. What's like your dream, like, venue?
I don't know. I don't know. Just somewhere in
It's
Nashville.
there
I
are.
really don't
That's kind of
know.
a hard. The
It's-
Cambria.
That is kind of a hard question. Does it have to be in Nashville?
No.
Pritchard
Be anywhere.
Laughlin.
Probably the Pritchard Laughlin in Cambridge. No,
That's
I'm
your
just
dream
kidding.
venue? Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We can set that up.
We can make that happen. We can make
Hey,
dreams
I know
come
the
true.
owner. I can get you in there.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
How about like, if I was an
if I-
art? No, so go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You go ahead.
Probably like I want to play at like the Bluebird Cafe, like for my like initial like kind of.
That's from the show
Didn't Taylor
Nashville.
Swift play there?
I think she did. Yeah. like,
Cher?
a while ago. Taylor Swift.
Oh,
I think she played there
okay.
like a while ago.
Did you ever
Like,
see the
at
show
least a few
Nashville?
years ago.
The show?
Yeah.
No.
It was about. Did you see the show Nashville?
What's it called? Nashville?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's just about singing. Like there's,
Oh.
it's. I mean, like that's all it's
Makes
about.
sense.
It's a drama like kind of show, but the like main people in it. I can't remember the one girl's name. I think it's Raina. She's supposed to be like this huge country star, and like Brad Paisley goes on at like some random time in the show, and it's like her love story with this one other guy that used to be part of her band, but they play at the Bluebird Cafe like random times throughout the show is all I keep thinking about.
If I could play anywhere, not that I'm an artist, but if I was, I want to play at Red Rocks.
I was
Red
gonna
Rocks
say
looks
that.
dope.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Oh, have you seen that?
Red Rocks? Yeah, Bill Burr had a special there.
Yeah.
Burt Kreischer also did a giant show there. I think
Anywhere
Mark
out
Walden's
west.
been there. I think Oliver Anthony's been there.
A lot
What's
of
the
people
one
been
guy's
there.
name? I just lost
Jeezy,
it. Zach
he's been
Bryan.
there.
He's been there. I mean, that place looks ridiculous.
It's just think it's like you can carve a stadium into or an amphitheater, I guess, technically into a.
I think it was one of Tyler Childers' shows that was there, or it might have been Zach Bryan's. But one of them, they were posting a video of like people that were back in the like nosebleeds, you know, and it was snowing like hard as shit out there, and so everybody out in the crowd was just like covered in snow while the show's going on. It looked fucking awesome, and I was like, man, I wish I could be there. I mean, it just
Covered in at Red Rocks.
Yeah,
Damn, I zoned out. I'm sorry. I don't
good.
even.
At Red Rocks, covered in snow.
I was listening to the stupid
know, that's
Christmas
what I was
music. I was like,
thinking.
this is a bop. It's like, and now it's over. But
I hate music. Christmas music.
well, luckily they only play it till like I hope
Till
January
fucking
1st.
February.
I hope not February.
They start playing it before Thanksgiving, and then they don't quit playing it until February.
What is your not? I don't know why I'm looking at you. What inspires you? Like
What
what?
inspires
Like
me?
or who? I get it could be who or what. In music.
Definitely Taylor Swift, because
Yeah.
she's just Taylor Swift. You know.
She's such an icon.
She's such an icon.
Yeah. How about like Taylor Swift?
Taylor
Taylor
Swift
Swift.
is
It's
the
pretty high up there.
this podcast.
I didn't even-
Like,
yeah.
where's your stepping stone person? Like, who's in between there?
Between.
That's
Okay.
Because you went straight for like
Right,
the
I went-
fucking
not like
pinnacle.
who do you,
Right,
like
yeah.
obviously like I want you to be Taylor Swift.
Like, yeah, that would be like my top priority goal. But
I guess like who's helped you along the way
oh, okay.
too. No, you're.
Definitely my dad.
Oh yeah.
Definitely my dad.
Yeah.
My dad has
He's
been
out there
Shout
on
out
those
to you, Dad.
controls. He is.
He's the sound man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a random question, but it's still like to your music and performing and whatnot. What's one of the funniest or weirdest things that's happened to you, like while you're performing?
Oh my gosh. That's really funny that you say that. Okay, so a couple years ago, or maybe it was like last year, I was at Georgetown Vineyards and I was singing Strawberry Wine. And on the part where it says I was caught somewhere between a woman and a child, I said I was caught somewhere between a woman and a man. And the crowd just lost it. They were like, what did she just say?
I thought you was coming out as trans right there. They were like, oh
Probably.
no.
And so I was just like, I don't know. So I just I just lost it. I just
That is
couldn't.
funny. Was that when you
like,
had like all those
dying.
cupcakes and stuff?
That
up
was
there?
for my birthday, like my
Okay.
17-year-old birthday. And then I did that, and that was the highlight.
You know what's really weird? In my mind, I was already picturing it was going to be something about Georgetown.
Really?
Because
You
all
play
the
a lot
music
up there.
goes there at like Georgetown, and obviously I didn't know you guys before today, but I've known Drew for a while, and I've seen Drew at Georgetown before, like him post videos and whatnot over and over.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I was like, it's gonna be something with Georgetown, like somebody pukes on them or something. That's what I was hoping for.
Oh.
Sorry, like, you know, at your expense, I was hoping it was
That's
gonna
so
be
funny.
something like that, like somebody
Jordan-
got too drunk on their wine and just. Bleh.
I don't know. Maybe I've had worse things, but like I don't know.
So it might have been your 17th birthday. I forget, but it was when me and Bo and whoever, Paul Quinn, was that that one?
I think it was. I think it might have been.
Okay. Well, I prefaced that because
Hold on. Was that my birthday? Like my party?
I think when like the purple
Yeah.
cupcakes.
That was that day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I preface that because that one guy, the real old dude, Get Shorty.
Get Shorty, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He was there, or no, it wasn't him. Who? I don't know.
Get
It might.
Shorty was there.
He
though.
was there. It was
Yeah.
him, Paul
Yeah.
Quinn. Yes. Anyway, Paul gets there late, and
Mhm.
Paul
I
actually reached out.
remember
He
that,
wants to
yeah.
come on here, so hey, we'll get you. But Paul, he comes in late, and he's never been to Georgetown, like ever. And we're all sitting at this table, and he's like, "So like, how do I like? Because you know how like when they're real busy, like you got to walk up to the bar to get stuff.
She works there, so.
Yeah.
Like you got to go up to the bar to
Yeah.
get stuff, and most people don't know that. So they're like
Yeah.
sitting at a table, and they're like, "How do I get drinks?"
Yeah, when's my server coming?
And so we told him, "Oh, it's self-serve."
Oh.
And he's like, "What?"
Self-serve.
We're like, "Yeah, you just self-serve, and like they'll come around and like check you off." Like, he's like, "Oh, that's weird." He walked behind the like the wall thing, but like between the restaurant side and like where all the slushies and stuff were, and started pouring himself a slushie.
What? Oh my
that reminds
Did
me.
anybody say anything?
Someone did, but they weren't like mad. We were.
No, I thought nobody there.
We just started dying laughing, and he's like, "They told me," and we were like, "We got like it was funny."
My only time ever being in Nashville, and that reminded me of it 100% because it was about the same. We were there for a bachelor party, and so we're in this one bar. I can't even remember what bar it was, but you know, obviously it's packed. It's like a Friday night or something, or Saturday night. So there's thousands of people just roaming the streets of, I think it's Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what the street
Yeah.
was called.
Demon. I don't even know how to say that one. Demonbrian. I don't know.
All right.
It's the cool one.
But we're in this one bar, and the guy we're there for, you know, the whatever it is, bachelor, I guess. The guy that's getting married, the groom.
The
groom to be.
bachelor.
We're in there, and he's talking about how he wants to get this one drink. Over and over, he wants to get this one drink. He's like, "Do this shot with me." I was like, "All right." And so we're waiting forever on one of the servers to come up to us. They're not. They're going to like every other chick that comes up and like dudes that have been sitting there at the bar for however long. And we're just waiting. And finally he was like bucket, walks behind the bar, starts pouring us shots. And that's when the bouncer and a couple other dudes came up, and they were like, "Hey, you got to get out of here!" Like, they kicked us out. So,
That's understandable.
yeah, we went to another bar. We did shots and stuff there. But we got those shots when we were there. Didn't pay for them. We just took them. But
That time, the last time we were down there, I think I got there before you guys did, something like that.
Where at?
In Nashville, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
And I got there before my girlfriend did and before everybody did. It was just me and Ryan, and we went out, and I lost my card.
Oh.
I lost my ID.
that's
Like,
always
just
great.
everything. And I got home, like, I knocked on some guy's door. I was like, "Are you an Uber?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "I'll pay you." And then I got there, and I didn't have my wallet, and I was like, "I don't know."
Oh my God.
So I don't know. I just and then I think that's when we went to, like, what's it called? Famous.
Where I sang?
Yeah.
Famous.
And so I had, like, my little paper ID, and I'm like, I am 12. Yeah.
Slip a $5 bill in there. Right,
They didn't really care that much. I mean, there were, if you go to like Aldean's, they'll take a paper ID. If you hang out with Ryan, they'll take a paper ID. You have to know people, like
I definitely went to Aldean's. I think I went to Old Red. I think was another one we went to.
Old Red's a good one. That's Adam Calvert plays there a lot.
I
You
don't
should
remember
try
what
to do the one in Gatlinburg. That'd be cool.
I've been there before. I've never played there, but
That'd be
like,
fun.
it seems really cool.
I think, you should talk to, like, Paige and
I
be like,
should.
"Hey,
I should.
hook me up."
Dude, Gatlinburg is fucking awesome. I went to Gatlinburg this year. It was awesome. I loved it.
Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah, I loved that place.
I used to go every year.
I know, we did too.
We did
Haley.
too for a while, and then I just
Yeah.
got. Who was looking at
Dalton
us? Oh.
Dalton.
Wiggins.
Oh, he just walked by.
I'll go show you that.
Didn't come
here.
in.
He owns a pool hall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just under us. I'll have to show you guys.
A what?
I
A
saw the
pool hall.
sign out there. I thought that
Like where you play pool.
Oh.
billiards. Just
It's like old people stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they do snooker down there too.
I don't know.
Oh.
Cocaine sometimes, but I'm
It's
just
only on
kidding.
Tuesdays.
Man, what a night to do fucking coke. Be a
Is it
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Oh,
It is
gosh.
Tuesday.
That's awful. I said I was going to be better. Not like, but like I was like, we have like these guys on. We like talking about cocaine.
Oh,
and-
sorry. Fuck.
I know. I did it. You
I never
didn't
got
do
a
it.
memo of like we need to clean it up. Don't
We
talk
don't.
about like dumb shit.
Yeah. I don't know. What are we at? Like an hour and 30?
Hour 9.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah. We cut 10 minutes. That's like an hour.
Well, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
What are you guys most excited about, like, for Nashville? Like, out of everything, like, is there, like, food? Is there, like, the people? Is it, like, beautiful down there?
Just like getting out of Cambridge.
Yeah.
Because Cambridge is just the same people. Like I said, I love Cambridge, but they're so judging. They're so like, it's just.
You're gonna have
I
like the
need-
vacation feel on like the first part of
yeah,
it too.
Exactly.
Of just being like, oh man, we're
So it's
away
not
from
the
it.
Yeah.
For change and
For
just
change,
meeting
yeah.
new people. That's like my main.
Yeah, and I think also to preface with that too is like like when I was like first looking at going to Nashville, that was my mentality was a lot of like I need to get out of here because of X or because of Y and like this and that. But really, and Russ says it best. I don't know. I was listening to a Russ song, and he's like, if you're not happy in a Honda, you're not going to be happy in a Mercedes.
I know, that's another thing
Exactly.
too. Like, if you're not happy here,
Right.
you're not gonna have, like, you take yourself with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
So you have to love yourself here and be comfortable with yourself here before you move somewhere else and think everything's gonna change and
Mhm.
everything's gonna be better, but really you have to be okay with yourself where you're at first.
And there's something to be said about like your environment's a big part of it.
That was really inspirational.
Yeah.
That just hit me hard. Wow.
Yeah. But something to be said about you don't have to like love it here. Like that's
Yeah.
different than,
Right.
being comfortable, being happy here. Because like there's a lot of people who are like, I need this change, I need that change, and then I'll be good. I'm like, hold on.
Right.
You got to be good where you're at. You got to be happy with what you're doing, not what you're doing. We got to be happy with yourself. And then those changes are also going to help. Like a change of like geography is big. So if you can eliminate problems outside, like if you can eliminate all your problems, that sounds so simple. Yeah, just get rid of them. But like
Yeah.
if you can eliminate everything that's bad outside of where you are, then that's a good time to like be like, okay, it's time.
I mean, the real work's going to start though as soon as you move into a new spot like that. Just, I mean, partially because you don't know anybody there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, you really got to try to get yourself out there. You can't just think, you know, oh, it's Nashville, you know, a lot of people around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it.
Right.
Just,
It's gonna be like super
they'll come to
hard.
me.
Yeah.
No, you still got to go out and, you know, do your shit. You can't just,
Yeah.
you know, lay back as like
For sure, yeah.
giant music town or
Well, and
city, I
it's-
guess. But
as much as there is more opportunity there, everybody's trying down there. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of competition.
There's gonna
See-
be people that are better than you, people
Mhm.
that are, you know. So you have to just stand out and like, find the right connections and just
Right.
always work harder than.
And in music, it really is your connections, not just, but
Right.
it really is like who you're
Who
willing
you
to
know
network
and-
with and get to know, and like how can, you know, like how can you stand out? It's not
Exactly.
the best artists aren't always the most popular artists.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, what are you doing to be different, or like what are you doing to grow what you've got?
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at any of the artists that have got big over the last like 5 or 6 years. Like, I'm only thinking country wise, but you know, it wasn't until they tried to build like their connection with a bunch of other people with Instagram, YouTube, now TikTok, you know, all them trying to put anything they could possibly get out networking wise
Mhm.
is when they really, you know, start to take off. Whether they be the best singer or not, it didn't really matter. It was how much they put themselves out there to try to build those connections and work hard.
Yeah, I think of like Alexandra Kay. Like she was like all she did was TikTok for like a long time. Like she would just sit there and make coffee and sing. And that's how she blew up, was like making coffee, singing people's songs, and then like those artists would then like duet it with her, cuz like she was getting big on TikTok.
Mhm.
And at first it's like, oh, like but it really does help. And now she's selling out shows and, you know, touring and
Look at Oliver
Didn't
Anthony.
Zach Bryan do that too? Like he was in the military and
Yeah.
then he posted videos
Mhm.
and
He
got
actually
famous
talked
off
about
that.
how he got I think it was honorable discharge from the military early
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they were like, you know, you can't be
About that.
this crazy famous and still,
In the military.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then they gave him that honorable discharge, and he kept doing it. But yeah, he was just doing. I think it was TikTok, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, just like military, like him and his uniform.
Yeah, him and like couple buddies on like
Yeah.
a porch, basically is what it looked like usually in
Yeah.
any of the videos.
Yeah.
He
I
was
think-
like super red in the face all the time. I thought he was like a supreme alcoholic for a little while. When I saw like his earlier videos, I'm like, this kid is always red in the face. Like he's always blushed out. He looks sweaty. Like he's having a rough day. But I mean, he
He
looks
was just
fine.
belting.
I mean, yeah, he was just ripping it out there.
what's your favorite song to sing?
Right now, I feel like it changes like every week.
Yeah.
Probably right now, Dime Store Cowgirl by Casey Musgraves or Simple Man, probably.
Ah, yeah.
But it changes like every week because new songs. And
Yeah. Do you get like tired of songs after a while? Like you want to keep it fresh? Like,
Yeah. Like I started singing like Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Like
I love Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, me too. But I started singing like Dreams like my very first show and like with my dad like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And like now it's my least favorite song to sing, but I still like have it in my set list, but I hate singing it because I've sang it so much because I used to like love it and now I just
Hmm. How about you? You ever sing a song too much and then you're like, I can't listen to it
100%, yeah.
anymore? You go ahead first.
I still love the song to death, but now I just like I go right past it. Kind of like how you're saying, like it's on your set list, but
yeah.
you just hate singing it or whatever. Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton.
I just listened to that.
Like
Oh no.
it was like 6 or 7 years in a row. It was my top listened song on Spotify. Like I'd listen to it like a couple hundred times a year or a couple thousand times, whatever it was, numerous times. And I was like, it's always gonna be top 5. It always is. 'Cause I could hear that first like 2 chords being played. And I'm like, love it. I'm just sitting there. I'm like playing it in my head. Like I act like I know what I'm doing, but I don't.
Right.
and I could tell you exactly what song it is. You could play one snippet of it. I'd know exactly what it was. But I wouldn't have to hear the rest. It just, that first opening, I'm like, oh, that's Tennessee Whiskey. Yep, okay. But yeah, I can't listen to it now.
I have a question for you, Caleb.
Yes.
Oh.
So you said you do a lot of weddings, right?
A lot of weddings.
So do you go to like the wedding receptions too as well?
Mm-hmm.
So what is like the song that you hear all the time? Like for
The
like
Cupid
dance?
Shuffle.
Like not that, but like the slow dance song.
Oh.
Like
I feel like those change a lot too.
Yeah.
It really is by the people. I mean, Simple Man is like the mom and son dance song.
really?
I can't even think of what
Wow.
that song is.
Like,
By Leonard Skinner?
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I'm a simple
Yeah.
kind of man.
Like you dance with your mom.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know that was like a wedding.
Yeah, I didn't think
It's
that
not.
was
I mean, it's for the
It was like
mom and
hardcore,
son
yeah.
dance.
I guess.
It's more like
Yeah.
you want to just live a simple life, you know, like.
Yeah.
Huh.
I definitely did not expect that to be a wedding
No,
song.
I did
yeah.
not
Yeah.
either.
I mean, Beautiful Crazy's real big.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Zach Bryan Anything right now
Mhm.
is pretty big.
I feel like Boy, I think it's by Lee Bryce. Right?
That one's good if they have kids already.
That's what I mean. I feel
before
like
they
that's
get
going to
married.
be one of them.
Or not Lee Bryce, sorry. LV Shea. My Boy. Do you know that song?
Oh, maybe if I heard it.
Ain't got my
Oh, yeah,
hair,
I've heard it.
whatever, however it goes. I don't even know how it goes, but that's the like stepdad anthem.
Mhm.
It's the one where they're like, you know it.
Okay.
You definitely know it.
All right.
There is what we've been using a lot of Old Dominion. I love when people try different stuff.
Yeah.
Like, not like if they're listening out and be like, "Oh, I was good," but like when it's like after I've used a song like 4 or 5 times, like in a video, I'm like in different videos, I'm like, like
Get tired of it.
I had one this year that did like hard like deathcore, not literal, but like grungy, like screaming music,
Oh,
and I was
man.
like, this is cool. Like that's their, like that's their wedding, like that's
Yeah.
who they are, and I'm like that's cool.
pretty cool.
Whereas like I know a lot of people, especially around here, are, Zach Bryan, like that is you, and I get that. So I'm like, yeah, like obviously keep your style. And if you started listening, like if you got married, like if you got engaged to that song, or it was on as the first song, like you heard together, like obviously. But I'm like,
Yeah.
you can put like something poppy in there if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's fun.
Yeah.
But also, now that we were talking about like boring songs, I thought you were going somewhere else with that question. On the wedding side, after you do so many of them, it's like you have like that formula down. And I love doing weddings. Like I don't want people to get confused by that. Like that's my favorite thing to do. But it's like I've gotten so used to it. Like I try to think back when I started, and I was like, oh, this is new and exciting. Like now it's exciting, but it's like you're trying to find things that are different. Or like for me, when I get married, I'm like, here's what we are doing. Here's what we're not doing. I'm not going to tell them, but like, I've got ideas. I'm like, look, this works, this doesn't. Like, and
See, I'm complete opposite. I'm like fully oblivious to like what all's going on. I know like what food we're getting. We're getting an ice cream truck. I think we're having a DJ.
yeah, that's.
I know where the
clutch.
venue is. We're getting flowers. And I know the colors.
What are they? Do they have like special names?
Yeah.
Oh, you forgot the
You can't announce
colors.
it yet, can you?
Yeah, are you allowed to say?
I have no idea.
Oh, is that like a
maybe
thing?
Don't say it. Maybe
I
don't
wouldn't
say
say
it.
it.
Okay, I won't say it then.
Huh. Would you ever want to do like wedding photos?
No.
Doesn't seem like your vibe.
I don't know.
It's
I just-
scary.
That would be
so
yeah.
scary.
I will say they can fuck up real fast
Yeah.
though.
Oh, yeah.
That would be scary. And plus, I already get like picky about stuff, and I feel like if there wasn't something perfect, I would just freak out. So I'd stay away from that.
Mhm.
That's a
I like-
fine line to walk too.
Yeah.
Like if
I
the
like-
bride's already stressed out and
Yeah.
shit.
What I like to do is I like taking pictures of like single people, like
You like Flash.
yeah. And
You
I like
love
taking,
Flash.
Like,
I know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't really know how to work. a
I've
camera, to be
analyzed your
honest, but-
photos. I've been like, okay. Yeah, just like
Yeah.
I mean, not
Critiquing.
no, just like I can see people's styles like that
Yeah.
they like doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I definitely don't know how to work camera that well at all. Like I just mess around with the buttons and just
Me too.
whatever works works.
Trust me, Britt, we've noticed whenever you set up the cameras, because then
Come on
Caleb
now.
has to go back over, fuck with it.
I do my best. I'm here. What more do you
Right.
want from me?
Not much.
Thanks.
I'm just glad you're like with the buttons already.
She's on it.
Dude, I remember a time when like, we could be talking for 15 minutes and it's stuck on the first person that was talking, and she's like,
'Cause I get
"Oh, my
into
bad."
it.
Yeah, she's like, "Sorry, I was listening."
Yeah, the buttons is a hard job.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
fingers
I almost had
keep
Hannah do.
twitching.
I didn't know you were coming. I was gonna have Hannah do it.
I'm glad that she got to be in it today.
Yeah.
Right, it
I'm
was
glad
better.
I did too.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been the same without her.
I know. It was fun.
Yeah.
Well, plug your stuff.
Oh no.
Man, smooth transition
What?
out here.
Wait, what? My ears?
No, plug your stuff. Like, tell them like where you're playing.
She said,
your
"Oh,
Instagram,
no."
all that
Your
stuff.
socials and everything.
No, like your social medias.
It's always about
Like,
to start talking shit.
Okay.
Okay, why? Yeah, like tell people if they're still here.
Yeah, so I do have social media. Mostly just Haley Bundy Music. Facebook, Haley Bundy. Instagram, Haley Bundy Music. And I do post on TikTok, and it's just songs by Haley. And yeah, that's where I post all my music content.
Your turn.
I have Instagram and TikTok, and my Instagram's just my name, and then my TikTok's just my name too, Hannah Bundy.
Is it Hannah with an H at the end? or-
Yeah, it is. Post
Is-
on TikTok too, but it's just girly stuff.
I'll give you a follow.
Thank
I
you.
love girly stuff.
Britt?
I don't have socials. Nobody follow me. Nobody add me.
Dang.
She doesn't want to be known.
I'm wiped up now.
What does that mean?
I don't want nobody random add me. You guys can add me, but nobody else can.
See, I could say my stuff. I'm not worried about somebody trying to follow me on there and being like, "Yep, I'm married," basically.
Well, you can find us on OTR. If you want to talk to Britt or me or Trevor, we'll probably be here until Trevor gets a job, and then we'll have
Pretty
to
much,
find a time or the next year or something. I don't know. So.
I do want to say sorry for all the times I couldn't come. And I don't know if Caleb told you or not, when I liked the post from the last one and like I liked the video and whatnot, Erica was like, "Bet you he's going to message you tonight." And I said, "Okay." And no shit, he messaged me that night, and then you did too.
Yeah,
I said, Britt even messaged me, and she was like, "Oh." And
Well, we talked about it like after the last one.
but I told her when he first messaged me, it was a link to Baby Come Back. I was dying because I just saw a link pop up on like
That was
the
the
chat, and
podcast.
I was like, okay, click on it, and then it comes up as like, while the video for YouTube's loading, and I was like, look what he sent me, and she just started laughing, and it was just that song, "Baby Come Back."
Cool.
You can blame it all on
Yeah.
me.
No, you're going to get
Secret.
copywritten.
Oh, yeah, my
I'm just
bad.
kidding. You're allowed to. Are you allowed to cover? I don't know. Can you
I've
cover
no idea.
songs?
Cover?
Can you sing songs
Like on like a podcast or something?
on anything? Like on YouTube or?
I do.
Yeah.
I
Then yeah,
cover
we're good then.
songs.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, follow us otr.pod. We're still shaking the rust off. We're getting there.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming. You got caught in
Thank you
between
for-
like me and Trevor's
Like a
reunion.
transition period and
Oh no,
catching up.
that's
So
fine.
we'll have you
guys
back
needed
on,
that.
'cause we-
yes, for sure.
We bounce too. We bounce a lot. So
Yeah.
No, thank you guys for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you.
So fun.
well, I'm sure they're like.
It's fun. It's
My dad's called me 4 times. It's 10 p.m. No, it's not.
I'm
it's not
so
10 p.m.
glad we found out whether they like juice or soda. That's
Yeah,
just-
that
Juice or
was
soda,
honestly
yeah.
that was like what I've when I was like, we need to get Haley and Hannah on here. I was like, but juice or soda,
yeah.
Like that was really
The world needs to know.
Exactly.
Just like pork or beef, It really captivates our entire audience. Everybody's just really into it. I know they want to know.
All right. Well,
You
we'll
should,
see you
like,
next week. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. You should caption the title "Pork or Beef?" Question
That
mark.
would be
We can do that.
Pork or beef.
Pork or beef, yeah.
Just completely leave their names out of it. Season 2, episode 2, pork,
Pork
or
and
beef.
pork and beans.
Or just something weird.
Yeah. Just to make
I,
it like
I think
catchy.
pork or
make it-
beef would
Pork
be.
or beef
Like
is
bait in there.
Yeah.
that would
Oh, yeah,
they'd be
that'd
like,
be
what
really
is this? They'd be like,
Yeah.
Do you
I
want to
don't
learn
know.
how to make $1 million today?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
clickbait.
Can you survive in Alaska for $1 million?
I feel like that's what a lot of people do is they just throw
It
like
is.
a clickbaity thing.
I don't
Thanks.
clickbait it
Yeah.
enough.
And they just get lucky that like a bunch of people are like, oh fuck it, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good idea though if you want to get views. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like it's kind of like
We could
bad,
tag like
but-
Modern Warfare 3 on there.
We could do like a intro, like a weird intro,
Put Fortnite
Okay.
on there. You'll get plenty.
Fortnite. Oh,
just
what?
in the top little
I've been
like
cursing.
corner.
We have
just got
like
Subway
8-year-olds
Surfers
get on
rolling.
this. I can't talk any smack. I love Fortnite.
I got into it again for a little
I've
bit.
been
I
playing the
just
shit out of
started
it.
playing, and I'm a G.
Like a
Okay. All right. Bring it back. You're a G.
Yeah, I'm a G.
What are you playing on?
PlayStation.
Do you play like bots or like real people?
Both. If they're real, I run. If they're bots, I'm like, oh, let's get them.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week. We'll talk about Fortnite with Britt.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll play Fortnite with Britt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
KGP or not Kate? Sorry, that's my other OTR streams.
Yeah,
and
there
it's
you
just
go.
us playing Fortnite.
Hold on, where'd you get the name from?
Off the rails.
Yeah. Like where'd that come from?
Well,
She's
we
not
were.
an OG listener.
I want to say go listen, but don't.
If you think this was like dumb, jumpy, and whatnot, those ones were bad.
Okay.
It's, yeah,
Do you post clips of this on TikTok, like of the
on Instagram. We need to get. I have a TikTok. I just never use it.
I feel like TikTok might do really well.
It does. It does.
We got to have like certain snippets though that are like,
Like really
D-
catchy.
yeah,
like fruit.
Like
pork or beef.
Pork or beef. Huh? No, off the rails. It's just like originally we did it in the train depot down there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we were right off the rails, but then we were also
Nuts.
As
Yeah, we
before
were-
we were off the rails.
we were single and drinking and just being dumb and
Every day.
Oh yeah,
It was.
like spontaneous 8-mile runs.
Yeah, like we would do the podcast, and then Trevor was like, "You want to go run 8 miles?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
Like that was just where we were.
dumb
you
shit.
know?
Or we'd be like, hey, let's drink the entire podcast and think that nothing bad's gonna happen to this.
Yeah.
And then someone pukes out in the front.
Yeah.
Someone pukes in the bathroom.
I didn't.
Someone gets puke all over them, and then gets driven back home by their fiance that's just not having it.
Yeah, that's tough. But that was like if Taylor Swift has eras, that was one of ours.
That was when we were chasing money.
And now
not
we're
hoes.
like the weird, like, I don't even know. What are we?
Dads.
Yeah,
We're
basically
like-
dads.
Yeah, but like without kids.
Yeah, like I've got 2
Or
pocket
wives
knives
yet.
and a flashlight on me right now.
Really? I got an Allen wrench.
Like I don't leave my house unless I have a pocket knife, my flashlight, and my wallet.
We're just growing with our audience.
Yeah, hopefully.
All the people that were like in the bar with us, like, oh, now they're like all wifed up, and they're like,
Pretty
man,
much, yeah.
these guys slap, as the kids say. That's
I don't think they say that anymore.
They
Like,
say
I'm not even with lingo, bud. But
they say lit.
No,
No, that's
Is
even
it
lit
now
is
again?
old.
Lit came back.
Lit poppin'.
Is it
Poppin's a thing.
Poppin's old?
Bussin'.
Poppin'. I use poppin' to this day.
Bussin'.
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 That's like the middle school
Yeah, that's middle school.
bussin'.
Yep.
I mean, I still say it.
Oh well, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
When I was coaching middle school, that was when I learned the most amount of just slang shit that's getting like thrown out. Like that was where I learned like bussin' and bet, no cap and cap. I learned those from them, which still kind of eludes me.
Wait, the real question is, do you say slay?
I was just about to ask.
Like instead
okay.
of okay, like you say like slay.
There
Like, 'cause
was-
that's like so much better than okay, you know?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
You know what I
So
mean?
there was
Slay.
Like
uh,
slay.
I can't like
Well, like,
divulge
you're
a whole
giving-
lot of information about it, but there was like a particular athlete that always said slay, and it just irked me down to my soul. I hated it because I would sit near them, like near enough to where like I could just hear them nonstop, even though I was trying to pay attention to like what was going on. And then all I'd hear would be like slay, 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 queen, and
Slay
girl.
queen.
And I would hear shit like that, and I'm like, oh, just kill me now. Just kill me. Just make me deaf, please. I don't want to hear this anymore. Just get rid of it.
Oh no.
But no, I did not say slay.
What about you, Caleb? Did you?
Do I say slay?
Do you say slay ever?
No.
Like, really?
What do you mean? I'm not hip anymore. I used to be. I used to be with it, you know.
I do
I'm not
say
with it.
period every once in a while, but just
Period?
Yeah, just to be funny.
Oh.
Yeah, just be like period.
Okay.
Like,
See, and I'm
it's
getting
like,
so
all right.
old. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, excuse me? I was
Yeah.
like, why?
Erica says it a bunch. This is the only reason I started saying it.
Well,
But
once a month.
I say it just to be funny because like she'll be like period girl. It's like, all right, you know.
I don't know what I say. I don't really.
I say it just to be funny, but I don't say it like to
I say
other
dope.
people.
I said
Say
dope
fire.
earlier.
I say dope
Fire
a lot.
or dope.
Yeah. I don't say
Fire?
fire.
That's your word. Like fire. or
Fire?
dope.
I don't.
Fire.
You used to send me fire emojis.
I send fire
all the time.
emojis.
Fire emojis. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. But dope. That's my one.
Yeah.
And if I let one of those off, it's like it's time, you know?
Yeah. I say
It's like
dope
it's
a lot
going
too.
down. And then I'm at like home, like writing a letter or something. I don't even know what I do at home. That's how I don't write letters. You kidding me?
I play video games, watch TV,
I don't play as much as
sit
I
in my
used to.
recliner.
That recline. You have a recliner? See, this is the dad
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a recliner yet. I really do. want
It was
one.
Erica's first, but it's mine now.
I love a good recliner. Just
I hate the one we have, but like when I'm over at like her parents' house, they have the exact same recliner. That's the one I want to sit in. It's because I'm like, I'm back home.
I want to get one of the ones where it has the button that like sets you all the way up into a standing position, so you
Oh,
don't
so you
even
want the
have
old
to do
person
that.
one?
Yeah, like so
Oh.
I just want to be like down, and then like I don't want to have to move. I just want to be vertical.
I'll say that's the best one for drunks though, is because like you're like, oh man, I'm too drunk to get back up. As it picks you right back
You get
up.
halfway, you're like, never mind. You just back down. Okay. See ya. That's it. We're done.